Hey there, how you going? It's John here, and I wanted to show you. I've had a lot of questions on how do you actually set up tracking for your emails for your follow-up sequence using Optin Dojo. So in this video, in this training video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, all step by step. And if you want to see more videos like this, please go ahead and support the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment below if there's other videos similar to this that you want to see. I've also got a free internet marketing system that you can get access to, which will teach you everything you need to know about Optin Dojo. You will also see a link for that. I'll put that down in the description, and I'll also put a link in my actual YouTube channel. You see that in the bio section there. So go ahead and check that out and get access to that free system that can generate you an income and teaches you everything you need to know about affiliate marketing. All right, let's get on with it. So as you can see, I'm in Optin Dojo, and obviously I've got a bunch of funnels set up here. So at the moment I'm in the funnels section. Let's go ahead and have a look at one. Now, I'm not going to show you how to set up the funnel. That's something we've done in another video. So if you want to see how to do that, just go and check out the rest of the videos in my channel. Or if there's a certain video you want, remember to comment below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this and go into the settings. Now, obviously, with the funnel settings, what I've done is I've set up my opt-in pages. I'm split testing 2 of them. I've got my bridge page, which is kind of like a thank you page. And I've got my affiliate offers here. All right, so I've got all my affiliate offers here, and then we can set up events. So if we want to move somebody from one list to another list based on whether they purchased or not purchased, we can also do that as well. That's a little more advanced, but it's really cool. So if a lead makes a purchase, for instance, on any of the offers from the rotator or on a particular offer, let's say on the auto lead machine offer, then we can actually add that lead to a list or move the lead to another list, which is really cool. So you can do all those cool actions and events, and they work like a charm. So I've got all of this good stuff set up, okay, and I've gone ahead and I've put my opt-in tracking code on my opt-in page, and then I've got my bridge page all set up with my tracking there as well, and then the link that goes to the offer. Then if you come up further, you'll see this option here, email tracking setup. Okay, so here's the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to write a follow-up sequence. So you need several emails that tell people to purchase that product over and over, or a series of different products that you may want to promote. And with me, I've actually got a series of emails that promote all of these different products here, you see. So I've also set up my conversion tracking as well, so you can do all that. Once again, we've got videos on that stuff as well. So this way I can promote any offer I want through the emails. I can track who opted in, who opened, who clicked a button in an email, who bought from what email. I can track absolutely everything, which is super handy for refining your emails to get the best quality emails and the best results from your emails. So I'm going to click on email tracking again, and then we need to select our autoresponder. Now I use either Aweber or I do use Systeme, which is down the bottom here. I do highly recommend those, and if you don't have a Systeme account, I will probably put a link below for that too, because you can create a free account and get started with that. So let's just say we're going to do Aweber, because I've got a list here in Aweber ready to go for this one. The first thing I need to do is I'm going to go over to my Aweber account, and I've created a list called Auto Lead Machine, and I've written some follow-up emails. So I'm going to go into the follow-up emails. The first thing I need to do is know how many emails are there, okay? So we got 1, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we've got 25 emails. Now that's exceptionally long, I know, but it's promoting in multiple products over like a fair period of time, right? So you don't have to do that, but I'm going to show you how to do it on a couple of emails, and it's just a matter of rinse and repeating this particular process. So let me go back to the top here and I'll show you. So the first one here is this one, and we've got 25. So I'm going to click on edit. I'm going to open up the editor. While that's loading, let's go back to Optin Dojo, and it's asking us how many emails are there. So I'm going to put in 25. Cool. And now we click get pixels, and what this is going to track is who is opening the emails. All right, so who's opening the emails, okay, from what traffic source and all that. So I'm going to click that, and it's going to give us these funky looking codes. So we've got email 1, email 2, and all the way through. All right, now I'm not going to do all 25 and bore the heck out of it for you, but I will show you a couple here. So I'm going to click on this here, which will copy this first code here. All right, let's go over to our email here that we've edited, and we've got this all ready to rock and roll, right? So I'm just going to click inside the email as if I'm going to edit that. And up the top right hand side, you'll see the 3 dots. You want to click on that, and then you want to click this little thing here, which is this source code. Cool. And then we're going to go right to the very bottom, and you'll actually notice here, look, I've already got it because I've done this for myself, obviously. I'm going to get rid of that so I can show you. And we want to, at the very bottom here, we want to put in that code. Okay. That is now going to track. Now, no one sees this code. That's why we did it in the source. Because if I go to the bottom, it's not there. There's no code there. It's all good to go. And that is how you track that one. So I'm going to click save and exit on that one. And then we just come back and we rinse and repeat this process. So I'm going to grab the second one here. Okay. And then we'll wait for the editor to load up. And then I'm going to go do the second one. So I'll come down and then I'll do the second one. And I'll show you this one more time. And you're just going to rinse and repeat this through all of your emails. And this is going to track everything when it comes to your opens. All right. This is the first step in it. So there's my second one there. I'll just get rid of that and I'll put in the one I just made. And I'm going to click OK and save and exit. That's it. That's how you do that step, rightio. Really, really quite simple. So the next thing I'm going to do is if I go back to Optin Dojo, now you would just obviously continue on and do all of them. It's time consuming, but trust me, the amount of data you get is really, really worth it. Right there. Let's go do the next one. Now, the next one is on the email clicks. All right. So the links themselves. So now we can see if a sale has come from a specific email, and you'll have emails that will not perform and emails that will perform like absolutely crazy. So you want to figure out what did you do in that email, because you're going to do more of that and less of the stuff that's not working. So now that I've clicked here, I'm going to pick an offer. Okay, now the offer I've got are the offers that we set up down in here, right? And they're all got tracking on them. I'm going to click on, let's go with this one first, auto lead machine. All right, so it's giving me this weird code here, okie dokie. So I'm going to copy that like so. I'm going to head over to my Aweber here. I'm going to come up and do the first one again. And if I edit that, I find doing all the codes for the opens first, then going back and doing these is the way I like to do it. And then if I click here, you'll see I've actually got it in here already, okay? But I'll just get rid of that one. And all you're going to do, let me just cancel that. I would, and I'll get rid of the link, right? So there's no link there. So this is how yours would be. I'm going to highlight this, click that little link wheel icon, and then paste in that weird code in there like that. You got to wait for the green tick. Yep, we got it. And then we click on save, okay? And then save and exit. And that is going to track back. So now we're tracking the opens, and we're tracking who buys what from what email, okay? From what offer and everything as well. So let's go back here. Let's do another one. So if we wanted to pick a different offer, we could. But in this case, I'm going to be promoting the same offer for a few emails. And the second email is just a reply back. So there's not a link on that one. This one here, there is definitely a link. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And I'm going to edit this particular email, and I'll do the same thing. So here it is here, and I'm just going to get rid of that one, and I'll put in my link that I just created. And I'm going to click on save. Excellent. So now we have that in here as well. Alrighty. So I get people asking me, what is this all about? Well, this is a global snippet, and it's you can put your name in there without actually typing your name in. You can do all sorts of cool things here. You can even create global snippets for this to make this a lot easier. And if that's something you want to learn about when it comes to Aweber, do put a comment down there, and I'll get that video done as well. So that's pretty much it. So now I'll just save that, and all I'm going to do now is just continue through each of the emails, making sure I get the right link for the right email, and that's it. And it's going to be able to track it. We can also do an email editor here, so we can actually edit the emails over here as well, and it's just the HTML code and all that sort of stuff that it will create for you. I don't recommend doing that. I don't do it myself. Sneaky redirects. So the URL below redirects duplicate subscribers. So if you've got duplicate subscribers, you can redirect one, okay? This does not work for Aweber though, so I wouldn't worry about that. So mainly the ones that I use is just the email opens, that's what it matters to me, and the email clicks. And once you've got all that, then you can check out your stats. All right, so let's just pop out of that. Obviously, then you set up your tracking source, traffic sources, and you set up your actual tracking links, but that's, like I said, in a different video. But once you got it all set up, you can actually click on this little icon here, and then you can start to see the performance of different emails. So if I was to come down here, let's come down here. Okay, so here you can see, look, my email breakdown. All right, email 1, and that one's just done really okay. That's not too bad, yeah. Email 10, you know, very bad. 11, so on and so on and so on. So you can actually see which ones are performing the best here. So this one here is doing really good. Email 2, right, that did really well. All right, 16.7%, that's fantastic. This one here, email 4 is fantastic. Email 3 is fantastic. And email 1 is actually pretty damn good as well. The rest are pretty, you know, pretty average, not super great, right? Not super great. We can see here, we can just click on a particular email here, right? And we can have a look over here. We can also change the email that we're looking at here, and we can sort of change that and have a look how that one performs as well. This one here is saying, look, this one needs a bit of a help here. 2.8%, you know, it's not that great at email 21, but that's getting towards the end of the actual sequence. So you can actually see all the data and details you need to make a judgment. You can even say here, you can have a look here, the traffic source, and we can have a look at the email name, okay? And we can have a look at, we can do the date, where is it? I like to see the tracking link, no, traffic source, offer. The offer, all right, and you can apply that. And then I can actually see, by clicking here, I can actually see which emails did what for me, okay, from this particular traffic source. And you can see there's nothing special going on with this traffic source whatsoever, right? Now, if I click here, let's come down to here, alrighty, and we can have a look in here and go a bit deeper. And we can have a look at absolutely everything when it comes to the performance of each and every email. And then you can see the overall performance of the emails over here as well. So I can see my email click rates, all right, my email open rates, my email click-through rate is 2.8%, so this is not a very good one. And cost per email click is $105, which is terrible. So what you really want is things more like, here's a really good one, you know, that made a lot of money, 14K from $1,400 spent, like insanely good, right? This one here, email clicks was 273. Open rates was 28.2%, which is super awesome, all right, for that many leads. This one here, the click-through rate was incredible, 15.1%. That is absolutely insane. And cost per email click is $8, which is good. You know, cost per opt-in, okay. Earnings per opt-in, okay. So when your cost per opt-in is $1 and your earning is $13, I mean, you're doing really well there, yeah. 65 sales in total, absolutely amazing, and we did really well. So these are the sort of things you want to like check out, you know what I mean? And this is the sort of stats and the data that you're going to be able to get from using this sort of tracking, you know what I mean? So that you can actually see which emails, like email 1, absolutely, obviously crushed it, right? So we can have a look through all these and see how good we did on all of those different ones. All right, solo ad page, that particular one, all-in-one thanks page, right? This is the best offer out of all the offers I tried. So this is how you can sort of suss it all out and see how well you did from those. And email tracking is really important, and that's why we recommend Optin Dojo. So like I said, if you want to get a completely free system, I'll show you what it looks like. Here's the completely free system. It's going to have all your email training, traffic training, list building training, you know, tracking and everything. If you want to check that out, if you want to get access to that, I will put a link below as well. I'll also put a link below so you can pick up Optin Dojo, and I'll put a link below for Systeme because that's the one I recommend. Great place to start, super cheap, okay? So that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully that's helped you out. I'll see you in the next one. All right, ciao.